Hi, this video is on the basic interface, user interface of Google Drive. So once you've logged into your Gmail account and you've clicked on your Google Drive and opened it up, um, this screen will pop up. It might look a little different when you first start it because all of this stuff right here in the middle won't exist. These are all my files. Um, so this area here where it says My Drive, that's like your kind of like your hub to all of your files. It's the initial starting point. Now, if I go over to my drive, I can click this little down arrow over here, and all the folders that I have on this page will pop up. And for each folder, if there are other folders in it, I can click the little down arrows next to them, and those other folders will pop up. So I can sift through things that way to get to where I want to go, or I can actually go up to the folders themselves and click on them. So that's a neat little option for you. I suggest using folders because if you just throw all of your stuff into the Google Drive, it will get very messy very quick. The other thing that is useful is there are these little stars next to everything and anything, whether it be a folder, whether it be a Word document, Google document, spreadsheet, whatever it may be. If you click on a star, that will highlight the star, and that item will stay starred. What that does is there's a section called starred, and if you click on that, all of those things that you've clicked the star on will appear in that section. And why that's useful is basically what I've done is I've starred everything that I use on a daily basis that I need quick access to. For example, my period 6 folder, my period 2, 3, my period 3, 4, 5, and 6 folder, I use every single day in my classroom. And I need to get quick access to those during class. And if I were not to have these starred, I would probably have to sift through about 3 or 4 different folders before I was able to reach them. Because I got a lot of folders to organize everything, so it makes it very easy for me to find things. But sometimes the things I'm looking for are buried pretty deep, and it might take me 15 seconds to get there compared to just the 2 or 3 seconds it takes me to click on the Start tab and then click on the folder. So that's all good and useful. You also can create new folders up here. I've been talking about the folders, but you can create a new folder up here. So you would click on that. You type in the name of your folder. I'm just going to leave it as new folder. And then you click create, and it will appear right here in your drive. So new folder is right here. And if you accidentally created the folder, you can check mark it, and all of a sudden a bunch of new options appear. Okay, so you can trash it. You can click on organize, and you can move it around, or you can create more folders, or whatever it is you want to do. You can share it, which is I'm going to have a video on sharing and how all that works. So that is something I'll talk about later. You can also click on the preview button, so you can preview what's inside the folder, and it will come. It shows you when you click on preview. It's going to tell you kind of like who is it shared with. Right now, only I can view this folder, and I am the owner. So right now, I'm the only person who has access to this folder. I haven't put a description in for the folder. I could if I wanted to by clicking on where the description is, where it said none. I click on it, and I can change that. I can also edit the sharing options from here if I want to. I can click on the little pencil there and try to edit those. It also tells you where this folder is stored. It is stored in my drive and when it was last modified. So the view option can be kind of useful sometimes. I don't use it very often myself though. Then there's the more option. So you can open the folder. You can create a new document to put in the folder. There are easier ways to do it than clicking on the more folder though. You can add a star. You can click on the organize button. You can rename the folder. You can change the color of the folder, which can be kind of useful. So instead of it being gray right there, I can have it become red, for example. So if you could mark it as unviewed. You could download the folder, which is really useful. And if you share this with other people, they will have the option to download it as well. or you can just remove the folder. You can trash it. So a lot of the options under the More section already exist in other places. For example, you can add a star by just clicking here. You don't have to actually come to this menu. You can share it. One thing I like to do is if you're on a Mac, if you hold down Control and you click on New Folder, that is the More options. That is everything you get from this button here appears if you just simply right-click or Control-click. All that stuff is right here, and that's where I prefer to do things. Like if I'm going to share, I personally prefer to right-click or Control-click on what it is I am doing. Now, if you're on a PC, you would right-click. If you're on a Mac, you would hold down the Control button and click. If I'm going to rename it, again, I'm going to right-click or Control-click. Same thing with any of the other options here. So I want to get rid of this folder because I don't need it, so I'm just going to hit the trash button, and it will go away into my trash. You can also look at anything that was opened recently. So if you know you've opened this thing recent, and you're not sure where exactly it is, everything you've opened up recently, it even timestamps it over here. So if you know you opened up something on January 28th, you can go back and look at January 28th, and you'll see everything that you opened up in your Google Drive. That can be very useful sometimes, especially for people who tend to not organize their Google Drive. Sometimes that will be a saving grace to you. Other things that can be a saving grace to someone who's not very organized is up here in the search bar. Okay, I can actually type in something like that. I typed in admin, and all of a sudden anything in my Google Drive that has the word admin in it, okay, if I hit enter, okay, if I do admin and then I click search, okay, anything that has the word admin in it will appear here. So anything in my Google Drive that has the word admin in it will appear. All that stuff in some shape or form either has the word admin in it or is in a folder that has the word admin in it. Something along those lines. But a lot of times too, when you type in things like when I typed in admin, these here are options I can click. These are all folders that have the word admin in it, and they're typically the recently opened as well. So they're things that you use on a regular basis. So you can find files if you know the name or you think you know the name of the file. You can find it just by using the search option. So that can be very useful. You can download Google Drive. There also, if you have nothing in your Google Drive, there will be an option in the middle area to download it. What that does is it will download a folder, kind of like Dropbox, onto your desktop. So you don't need to go to Google Drive and upload files to Google Drive for it to store them there. I have my entire Google Drive in this folder, and so if I want to, for example, put this file right here in my Google Drive, I can just simply drag it, and it is now in my Google Drive under the main drive. And if you look up here, this is the Google Drive icon, and this icon, right now you see how it's doing that right there. It's got the little lights going around it in a circle. It was just syncing this file to my Google Drive. So now this file is officially in my Google Drive and it's uploaded online. I didn't have to click an upload button or anything. I just dragged and dropped it to where I wanted it to go. If I really wanted to have it somewhere other than my main drive, I could drag it and drop it into a folder and move it deeper into my drive and organize it. I do not want this file in my Google Drive, so I'm going to take it back out. Simple as that. Eventually that thing will start syncing again, and the file will be removed from my Google Drive. So there we go, it's syncing right now. And it doesn't take long because it's not a big file. So that can be a really useful option for people who don't like to have to log in, go to their Google Drive, and upload everything. So that's awesome. One thing, though, however, I suggest you do, because when it comes to the majority of the work I do, I no longer have to upload or add things to my Google Drive, because Google Drive is awesome because it offers you basically a Microsoft Word clone, a PowerPoint clone, a spreadsheet clone, the ability to make a form, which is really cool, I use this on my website. It's kind of like an online survey that automatically generates a spreadsheet full of data, full of the answers that people gave you to the online survey, and that data is put into a spreadsheet. I can't begin to say like how awesome this is. I use this for check-ins and I use this for bathroom sign-in, sign-out, or well, I'm going to use it. I haven't actually started it yet. I just came up with this idea, implemented this onto my site, and I tested it out. So right here, like I literally have I have a form online that my kids they click on it. It's called sign in, sign out. It asks them what their last name is, what their first name is, asks if they're signing in or out, and if they're signing out, it asks them where they're going. And they hit submit, and all of that information is tallied. I get a timestamp here. I get their name, whether they signed in or out, and where they were going. If they're signing back in, there's not going to be anything under the where you were going because it doesn't give them the option. When they click sign in, it just submits the data, so I know what time they signed back in. So I was playing around with it and testing it to see how it worked, which it worked awesome. And this is the kind of stuff you can do with Google Forms. And I can show you real quick what the form looks like. If you click on check-ins and we go to period 3, it's just a simple little form that I made. So here's the last name, first name. This is for the check-ins, the sign-in, sign-out sheets right here. This is a form that I use to have because I do self-paced learning. This form keeps me up to date on what it is my student, where they're at every day when they come in. They tell me, what section they're on, what question number they're on, what kind of sheet they're working on, what their first and last name is. And so I have all that information available to me. And they filled out for me, and it's awesome. So you can literally create everything you need to really be functional in a workplace right here with the Create button in Google Drive online for free. Like, you don't have to download anything, you don't have to buy anything. Automatic. And your Google Drive, by the way, is 5 gigabytes big for free. You can pay to get additional storage, which is awesome. So I literally, anytime I create anything now, whether it be a Word document, a spreadsheet, PowerPoint, whatever it is, I do it right here in my Google Drive. I don't open up NeoOffice or Microsoft Word or anything like that. I don't open up Excel. If I can avoid it, I will. There are a lot of really awesome features about the Google versions of Google Docs and of Google Spreadsheets and Presentation that are just really super convenient that you don't get in other programs. There are a couple little things that other programs offer that Google Docs basically is what you could call this stuff, Google Docs. What they don't offer at the present time, but most of those things are very niche things. They're things that not many people use, but will be added onto it. This is a Google's constantly updating these programs and adding new features to them. And the English teacher on my team, Ms. Holbrook, has been using this, and she says it has been absolutely wonderful. Like just the things you can do, and I'll be talking about each of these individually with multiple videos in future videos. So there will be detailed explanations of, what the features are in Google Document and what the features are in Google Spreadsheet and how you can use them. And there's just some really great functionality there for teachers and their kids and just people in the general workplace. But just a real quick show of how why this is so useful and why you don't have to upload things anymore. I'm at my main drive right now. I can click create document, and that document is automatically opened up online, and it automatically gets added into my Google Drive main drive. I don't have to do anything, and I can also change the name of this document by just clicking there. And it's awesome. And as you can see, the document just appeared right here in my Google Drive. It's automatically saved. I didn't have to do anything, and if I want to change the name, this is one of the cool things that Google does. Okay. And we go back to my Google Drive. Okay, you can see the name of the document has already changed. Google updates everything instantly, whether it's in a PowerPoint, a a spreadsheet, a form, a drawing, a document, anything and everything you do, every time you hit a key, every time you add a picture, anything you do to alter your document is automatically saved the second you do it. If you watch right here, okay, it even says that every change you make is automatically saved in the drive. If you watch right there, I'm going to start typing. Every time I type a letter, it is saving. So if your computer crashes, if you drop your computer, if your battery runs out, if you forget to hit the save button, you're okay because Google saved it for you automatically, and it's stored online, and you can access it from any computer. The other, and that's for all of these things. That's not just for Word documents. That's also for presentations and spreadsheets and forms and drawings. That's also for the reorganization of your Google Drive if you move files around. There's just so much you can do. And then there's this handy dandy little button for files that you would like to upload from your computer to Google Drive. So if you're using Google Chrome, you have the option to upload an entire folder, which was a godsend for me because I do videos in my room. I have like 200 or 300 videos that I've uploaded onto my website, and I had to upload them to Google Drive because I transferred from Dropbox because Google offers so much more. And 200 videos takes a long time, and I did not want to have to upload one video at a time. That would take forever. So I literally was able to put all my videos in a folder, and I have something like 3,000 files up on here. I have extended storage space. I pay $20 a year or something like that to get 80 gigabytes of storage. I was able to put all my videos in a folder, click upload folder, and then I was able to pick the folder, upload it, and I just left my computer on for 3 days while it uploaded all those folders, all those files, which was great. Or you can upload an individual file. Now you don't get the folder option unless you're using Google Chrome, but if you're using like Mozilla, you still get the option to upload individual files. The other important thing to keep in mind, here's the upload screen. Conversions are on for me. What that means is every time I upload like a Word document, it will automatically convert it, make a converted copy into a Google document for me. You can turn that on or off, up to you, your preference. The thing about having everything as a Google document that is really convenient is, and before I get into that, so convert options. For conversions on, you can have convert uploaded files to Google Docs format. So if it's an Excel sheet, it will be converted to a Google spreadsheet. Word document, it will be converted to a Google Doc. Or you can have all the converted text uploaded to PDF and image files. So spreadsheets and Word documents and PowerPoints will all be uploaded as PDFs, which is good. If you don't want these conversion settings on, like if I wanted to turn it off, I would just simply click the one that's checked on, and now it's unchecked. I like having it on because I love the fact that, with my things that are made in Google, okay, such as this file here, you can see it's made in Google because it's got this picture next to it, whereas this is a Word document that was made in Microsoft 2010. It doesn't have that picture. This was made in Google Docs. So if I just click on it, it'll open up right in Google Docs. Okay, and it also has all the Google Doc features. If I do not have something that is in a Google Docs format, then you can still open it, but you have to, when you go to open it, it will ask you to get an add-on. Like you'll need to upload something like, I think it's called Zoho Writer. Yeah. And it will open it in Zoho Writer, which is not Zoho Writer is not Google Drive, so it doesn't have necessarily all the same features. So I prefer to have things in Google Docs format. The other thing too is Google Docs, when it converts things as you upload them, they may not convert perfectly sometimes. It depends on, like the tables and the pictures you have. A lot of times it converts it just fine. Sometimes that conversion doesn't work as well, so sometimes it's easier to just upload it normally. Now, if you upload it and you try to convert it as you upload it, and the upload doesn't go well, and there are things missing out of it, and when you open it up in the Google Drive editor, don't panic, because the original file on your computer that you tried to upload is still there. And it's so you can just turn the conversions off and then upload it as a normal document. And if you want, you can work on transferring it over to a Google Docs. I'm trying to do that with all my files. Really, from this point forward, anything and everything that I make, that is Word document based, spreadsheet based, PowerPoint based, I do in Google Docs. So I don't have to worry about that conversion process or the upload process. And so it will, for some people, be a bit of a transition, because some people may have like hundreds of documents they want to upload and open and use, and so like if there's like documents you open on a regular basis and use on a regular basis, and you go to convert them and the conversions don't work out the way you wanted them to, my suggestion is, get the Zoho Writer. It'll open 99% of them, and it will prompt you to get something like Zoho Writer when you go to click on it. You can also download it. Worst case scenario, you just control click and you click download. So that's also an option. If you don't want to open it in Google Drive, you can download it and open it in Microsoft Word or NeoOffice, whatever you prefer. But my big suggestion is do whatever it is you have to do to get things uploaded and saved on Google Drive. And also, too, if you prefer to open things in Word, or the conversions don't go well, so you just want the original file uploaded to Google Drive to keep it safe, if you have the Google Drive folder, okay, if you have the folder, opening things is in Microsoft Word, in NeoOffice and stuff like that. If you have the original file on here, it becomes a much easier process, because you just open the folder, you go to where you want to go. And so, for example, this is a spreadsheet I made in NeoOffice. So when I double click this file from the Google folder, it will open up NeoOffice and open this in NeoOffice for me. And yeah, so if I wanted to, when I uploaded this file, I could have converted it to a Google spreadsheet. I didn't. I uploaded this file way back when I was just getting into Google Drive and just learning how to use it. So I didn't realize the conversion option was there. Like I said, though, 99% of the time the conversion option does work, and it works very well, and you don't, nothing's missing, nothing's out of place. But if you happen to have a few files that it messes up, just put the original file up there, download the folder. Anything that's in your Google Drive online is also in the folder. So don't fret about that. That's about it, I think, for this video. I'm going to talk, last real quick, the Shared With Me tab. Anything that people share with you is going to be right here in the Shared With Me section. I will have other videos on all the different, the documents, the presentations, the spreadsheets, the forums, on sharing, all that stuff. I will have videos on it, and they will be coming soon. Thank you for watching. I hope I wasn't too long-winded. Hopefully you learned something, and if you have any advice for me or any suggestions on this video or another video you've seen, feel free to email me. It's jman111, so 1115, jman1115 @gmail.com, and let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything I can do to improve it. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.